Aloha, everyone. There we go. Aloha. Yes, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. I'm happy to have you here this morning. And guess what? Did you feel something different when you walked in the doors? Yeah. Okay, now there's something else to complain about. That's okay. No complaining. We're on the 21-day challenge, which for me is turning into well, I don't know how many days I'm up to now. I've already started over 3 or 4 times. Anyway, so welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, and we always start with our announcements. So I'm inviting up our board member, Michelle LeMay, who does them so wonderfully for us. We have lots of things going on this month, and here she is to tell you about them. Yes, I was going to start talking.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, we have a lot going on and lots to share for December, but also coming up very soon. But first of all, today is birthday Sunday, so please stay after service for cake. And I would like to announce the birthdays that we know of for today. We had Rob Jones, who's out back, and Leslie Mellon, and Brian McKenzie, Nona Morgan, Judah Freed, who just walked in, Chris Schumacher, Petra, Richard Huston, Melissa Mojo, yay, who also just walked in, Dawn White, and is there any others? I know George, yeah, yay. Any other birthdays in the month of November? Oh, and what's your name? Kukui, yay! So how about a round of applause for all the birthdays? We'll sing after, but definitely stay for cake as well. And I also want to give a small thank you, not a small, a big thank you for everybody who came to support our first concert the other night that was run and hosted with Carrie and Michael. So a big round of applause for all the time and the effort and everything they did and everybody that showed up. For our first musical event, we had about 100 people here, so it was a big deal. And we were just hoping for more. And as you'll hear, there's more to come. So very shortly, like right after service, we are going to be doing it's going to be kind of a brainstorming. It's in regards to the Lights on Rice parade, but also it's going to be setting up the Christmas tree because tomorrow night we're going to have a Christmas tree lighting and it's going to be a potluck. We're inviting people to bring ornaments so that we're decking our own tree, but we are asking for people to stay after to help set up the tree so that it's good to go tomorrow, and then also talk about the parade. So the Lights on Rice parade is one of the biggest events that happens on Kauai every year. They are anticipating 13,000 people to come even view the parade and about 3,000 people to be in the parade. So so it's a big deal. It's pretty much the island showing up. What's our intention? Kind of. Parking runs out, but so the intention for us is to have a contingency of us holding, and we're just marching. We don't have a float or anything like that. We're keeping it simple with the banners. So what the meeting afterwards is to talk about decorating the banner, having a way to hold it, but also we absolutely need to know if you are willing and wanting to walk with us, because we have to have at least 15 people to walk. So there's a sign-up sheet that you need to put your email address so that we can be in contact with you, and we need to know by today, because if we cancel, which we will if we don't have enough people, we have to do that by Wednesday. So it's been something that I've been talking about, and I know a lot of people show up for that. And it's really just us to show that we're here and that we're on island and that we have a place and we have some pencils and pens to pass out. You can't throw them, so keep that in mind. But you can bring pets, including goats. I found out a lot at a meeting that I went to, because it's Kauai. So please stay after, chat with me, sign up for that as well. But we'll get some good brainstorming going and we'll definitely do our best to pull that off. We're also doing a food drive for the holidays. So there is a bin by the door. The idea is to collect food to give to the Hawaii Food Bank, the Kauai branch, before Christmas. And what they are asking for are new items. So boxed rice, bags of rice that are unopened, cans of fruit, veggies, meals. But it definitely needs to be unopened and unexpired. So please participate in that. It's one way that we can give back to the community. And the Kauai branch of the Hawaii Food Bank, they really do a lot for the community. And of course, it's not just the holidays that they need help, but the holidays they need more help. So if you want to participate in that, there's a bin that's over by the window. Then this Thursday and the following Thursday is a continuation of a workshop that Rita and Patrick have been doing around the 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, which is a book by Edwin Gaines. You don't have to have been to the other 2 to be able to participate. It's kind of drop in. They're each individual sessions, but that's going to be on Thursday from 6 to 8. From 6 to 8? 6 to 8:30? Okay. So there's a sign-up sheet for that also, and I keep pointing over here, that's where the bookstore is, that's where we have all the sign-up sheets. That is also where you can find the Science of Mind magazine, which has articles, it also has daily readings. There's lots of different books. We still have, is this the only copy of The Radical? We have 1 copy left of The Radical Forgiveness book by Colin Tipping. If you came on Monday, we had a phenomenal ceremony, so there's still a book on that. And then we have Science of Mind cards, like a little, you pick a card and you can take it into meditation. So that's all that at the bookstore, but I feel like I had to kind of say where I was pointing. And I know that there's people here for the first time. Now, in regards to the holidays, we have lots happening, so I'm just going to briefly touch upon these because I will be talking about them as we get closer, but also it's all in your pamphlet that you received at the door. We're going to be having a ladies potluck, a celebration on December 12th from 12:30 to 3. So that's potluck style and just a way for us to celebrate and have fellowship and do a community style event here. And then we're going to have a caroling party. We're going to be singing Christmas carols. Are you guys helping us out with that one? Oh, and you guys will be there tomorrow too. Yes. Tomorrow. Yeah. And then. Oh, okay. We don't know that far. That's a little informal. Okay. So that's December 21st. So if you're into Christmas caroling and you want to just kind of have that Christmas spirit with your CSL Ohana, come for that. That'll be 6 to 8:30 on Monday, December 21st. I did mention about tomorrow. That is also at 6:30. I don't know if I gave the time for that. And then we will be having a Christmas Eve celebration, a candlelight celebration right here together, and another way to celebrate the holidays with our ohana that's here on island. So many of us don't have our families, so we create our own. And that'll be December 25th at 5 o'clock. 24th. See, usually miss something. I think that's it. Everybody get all that? Yeah. And then the last bit, I know. We were laughing. I had to have my own service just to do all the announcements. And then one change that I do want to make note is that there was meant to be a workshop this coming Saturday the 5th, but that has been changed. That's the Coming Home workshop, and that's been changed to January 30th. So again, I'll be announcing it for the next month and a half. So you'll know about it. All right, well, thank you everybody for your attention. I know that was a lot, and enjoy your service. I do have also with the sign-up sheets for Donna, who's the volunteer coordinator. She just waved me down, thank you, I asked her to. She is asking and looking volunteers specifically for people to bring cakes for our birthday Sundays at the end of the month, the last Sunday of the month. So December is covered, but all of next year is still open. So it's just simple, it's just either making a cake or getting a cake and bringing it on the Sunday. And then she also has a list of all the different volunteer positions if you're wanting to be of service. And it's over here as well. Alrighty, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Michelle. And I love your skirt. I'm eyeing it. All right. It's a great skirt. Okay, so now I have to pull this up. Okay. I was always the tallest one in my class. It's hard with my guys. All right, so with all the announcements done and all that stuff, that's wonderful, all spirit expressing, but let's just take a moment to just relax from all that and just take ourselves within. Just breathe into the space, powerful space within where we connect with the spirit that we are, that one life, that one love. And as we do, we're going to take this time just for quiet centering and meditation for a moment or two. And we will light our peace candle first. And remember that peace, that place called peace, starts within us and comes out into the world as we experience it in our own minds. We lift the spirit of the world. Peace begins within. And the little seed thought I have for you from Ram Dass is, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. Listen to the spirits. yourself back, knowing that you are always safe and held in the arms of grace. Carrie and I are going to lead us in our opening chant. You all know this. I am remembering who I am. 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 I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. 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 And what I know right here, right now, is that we are remembering who we are, who we really are, which is the divine, perfect expression of God, of life itself. That is who we are, untouched by anything earthly. We are the Spirit expressing right here on planet Earth, but Spirit all the way through, perfect, filled with light, love, source, energy. I know we bring that here today to the service, that place within us, that highest place, and we do remember, and we do express it here perfectly in every part of the service as we meet and greet each other in all the ways here, through word, through song, through community. It's all that unfolding, perfect expression of Spirit. We remember who we are. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. And so it is.
So it is. I love that.
Me too. Thank you, everyone, for joining in, and thank you. It was beautiful.
Welcome.
Welcome again to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. I didn't say my name before. Most of you know me, but I'm Reverend Rita. This is Reverend Patrick. Carrie and Michael over here, who we are blessed with, and we do our music. Yeah. Most of their work is original, and I know that meditation music that they just played was. So they are amazing, and we're grateful for them. And grateful for each of you here. So, in case you don't know what a Center for Spiritual Living is, we are a community of people who believe in the divine expression called God, call whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. It's Earth, it's life source, and it's moving through and as everything. There's not a spot where God is not, is a saying that we have. That means everything and everyone, and every experience, God is there, that light, that energy, that source, no matter what's happening. That's who we are. That's who we are. We can't make ourselves that. We are that. So all we can do is just express it in the highest way possible, and we get that choice. We get that choice to use that source that we are, that power, that light, that energy in any way we want, because we're free beings. So that's it. That's basically the science of mind and spirit in a nutshell. And then watch it unfold in your life. The higher that you can raise your vibration rate, and the higher your life experience will be. And we all want to have happy lives, I think, right?
And isn't it nice that It doesn't care, this force doesn't care what we call it. We're so into names and labels and words. It's so beautiful to just relax into the idea that it just needs to be experienced. It doesn't even need to be called anything. So wow, got Godbumps on that one. So who is here for the very first God time? No, who for the very first time?
Oh, over here.
Yeah, over here. No.
Yes.
Okay, well, I know that we saw you on Friday, did we not?
Yeah, that was magical.
Yes,
Yes,
I know.
it was.
8 years, and the last 4 days have been the most magical of my life.
Oh,
Right.
that's
Well,
wonderful.
Well, knowing that, we also found out some things about you, but one thing we found out about you that we really, we're so, no, we left it, no one had, there's no record anywhere except the Akashic. So what I wanted to let you know, should we let him know what we know about before it gets like all wild? Yes.
Oh, and Tommy too.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's right, Tom. Did you raise your hand?
Yes, he did.
Okay, good. So here we go. Are you ready?
You
are
magnificent.
That was like one of those. Whew, that was all they knew about me. Well, we know, all we know about you is that you are pure energy that has never been touched by anything but good. That's the truth. And then we know that about you, my friend. We know that about you because we know that about ourselves. So let's say that together, shall we? I am magnificent. One more time. I am magnificent. Now turn to your left, to your right, whoever you see, and let them. You are magnificent. You are magnificent.
You guys over here are magnificent.
Unbelievable.
It's magnificent.
I'm not so sure about you, but
It's magnificent.
You are magnificent.
All right.
That'll be all. And as we used to say on the mainland in Hollywood, and scene.
All
There
right.
you go.
So
Doesn't
that
it feel good?
being said, I think we're ready for our opening song. I'm like, where are we?
We are.
Up if you like.
Go ahead and pop to your feet.
All right. Everybody up and out.
Up and out. Oh my God, I just went back to my mother.
Sorry. Get off
Up
Patrick. I know. Get a mic in front of somebody and it becomes something else. All right, here we go, everyone.
I see you. You see me. We gather today to set our hearts free. We've come to shine, shine, shine. We've come to shine, shine, shine. And live in gratitude. We gotta breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life on the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life on the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. I gotta stay true to myself, true to myself and others.
Sing it,
Gotta
everyone.
stay true to myself, because it's the only way. I'm gonna breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life on the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. We are breathing in this moment, right here and right now. Take a deep breath. It's the only moment there is, this moment, and we are living it to the fullest. That I know, that I claim, and I know that the service just rolls forth from here in all its perfection. For each and every one of us, we get exactly what we require and need in this moment, and more and more and more. We share, we give, we receive. It's a perfect moment. So I just say, let's have at it, and so it is. Gotta breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live finally learned the song.
Yeah, exactly.
So in this moment, I am turning the time over to Reverend Patrick. He has something special to share with us.
I do indeed. Usually we are not the ones that actually do this, but we usually have somebody. But this time I had a little something special for you. What's really great is that I don't have my glasses, but because I know the principle of truth, and that I know that the only thing that's insight is through me is God, that I know that my eyes are of perfection right now. So I had a little bit, so we'll see how this goes. And depending, I'll just make it up. How about that? So anyway, this is from Pam Grout. What did you say? Thank you. Well, let's just see if I can trust. But thank you. Once you can say, this is the best thing to happen to me about everything that happens in your life, you'll be aligned in the field of potential, better known as FP. And I would say synonymous with soul. You align with the field of potential by loving everyone, by seeing the face of God in everything, by feeling happy, by being joyful and grateful for everything, and I repeat, everything, no matter what. Instead of letting the apparent reality dictate your feelings, you line up with the field of potential, which knows nothing but love, peace, and perfect contentment. And what's beautiful about this is when you line up with the field of potential, there's something about that that sometimes when I read it can kind of go another way. Like, they have a lot of potential, right? They're just not using it. You know, that type of a feeling. Oh no, I know that they have a lot of potential. I fell in love with their potential. This kind of potential that we're talking about, everyone's going, oh, I so relate to that. The whole potential that we're talking about is that thing called life. That thing called life that potentially, that has potential, that is the potentiality itself. That nothing is impossible, as they say in Mary Poppins, but then that's later. So I have a little bit of an affirmation for you. So this is how it goes. We'll break it up. Hey life.
Hey life.
I like that. Hey life.
Hey life.
This is the best thing to happen to me.
This is the best thing to happen to me.
Let's say it together. Hey life.
Hey life.
This is the best thing to happen to me. What are we doing? Hey what? Hey life. This is the best thing to happen to me. Doesn't that feel good? So let's just take a moment to know that truth. That right now the best thing to happen to me is happening right here in this moment. There has never been this moment, and this moment will never, ever be again in the exact same way that it is now. So knowing that, we take this moment to the next moment, to the next moment, remembering that we are swimming in a sea of potentiality that has everything, that knows everything, that needs no name. That is where we are right here in this moment. That is who we are. That is our identity. That field of potentiality that needs no glasses. Thank you, my friend. That field that says yes to every thought that you are committed to and brings it into full fulfillment at every moment. That's who you are. That's who I am. And I am so grateful to be swimming in this sea with everyone in this room, in this sea of consciousness, in this sea of potentiality, in this sea of love. Wow. So with that, I just say yes. Can you say yes with me?
Yes.
Yes. And we let it go, we let it be, as together we say.
And so it is.
Yes. I'll say yes again. Yes to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You guys are family. You guys are family. And Friday night, I shared with them that there were many people up here and they all were giving their unique gift. That you are truly, truly stars.
Yes.
And you came out on Friday night. Harry, microphones.
Thank you, Patrick and Rita. Before we dive into the song, yes, we deeply wanted to thank every single one of you for coming Friday night. It really meant the world to us, and the blood, sweat, and tears we put into it, it really was amazing, just everything that happened. So this weekend, Michael and I were just really reflecting on our journey together, as well as our musical journey together, and the song that we're about to share with you was actually the first song that we ever played together, piano and flute. So please enjoy. We wanted to share that with you guys today.
there's such a great energy in this room today. Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Well, it's official. The holiday season is here. Black Friday's over. Whatever that means, I don't think. I'd like to say it doesn't really matter on Kauai, but if you had seen the stores, I beg to differ. But what's great about this is that it stirs up a lot, doesn't it? During the holidays, Thanksgiving, start looking to your past, or you start looking to things that it's supposed to be, and a whole bunch of expectations start to arise. I saw it even in me. It's like, okay, it's the day after, we have to put up something with Christmas. You know, and it was like all that old stuff, which I actually did put up something with Christmas, so I'm still attached. But yeah, just a new fashioned Christmas. So I'm going to take these glasses back from you, because you know why? Because in spirituality, this is how it works. Yeah, you know, it's good to know that, and I know someday when I get completely evolved, that I'm going to just go, oh, what, you know. But in the meantime, I wanted to share this quote, and I like to look up, as all of you well know, so it's like I'm never on the page, so I'm like, oh, there you are. But I was never a big Peanuts, you know, gang fan, but I know a lot of people are. And so I was thinking about Charlie Brown, you know, the eternal optimist. And what's great about this is that Rita was walking out of the room with her notes, and she read this same quote I was starting with. But here's the good news. I'm going first. So therefore, I get to use it. But because we have a very democratic relationship, I said, no, honey, you do it. I mean, you can have it if you want to. All the time, just to let you know, not wanting her to use that, because I wanted to use it. But I still, you know, the honesty thing, really a trip. So anyway, so this is what Charlie Brown has to say. One mind. This is what he says. I think there must be something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel. I just don't understand Christmas. I like getting presents, sending Christmas cards, and decorating trees and all that, but I'm still not happy. I always end up feeling depressed. Now, if that doesn't launch you into your holiday season, I don't know what. I bet this is why you came here, right? Thanks, Patrick. I'm ready to go now. But you know, yeah, but he has other ones too that get a little better too. Sometimes I lie awake at night and ask, why me? Then a voice answers, nothing personal, your name just happened to come up. And then he went on and said, no problem is so big or so complicated that it can't be run away from. Yeah, eternal optimist I am. I bring this up for a reason. At one time or another, we have lived the life of Charlie Brown. And in this moment today, there's the little Charlie Brown that might be wanting to be heard. And so I didn't even know, I was kind of looking him up. I didn't know, Schultz is the creator, and it kind of went parallel with his life as well. He felt kind of the underdog, and things never worked out. But biggest thing with Charlie Brown is he was afraid to be happy, because every time he was, something went wrong in his mind. And guess what? Charlie Brown fulfilled his prophecy. One wonderful story after another. We got to enjoy his unhappiness. Knowing that we got to sit there and think, wow. And I think to myself, that's what sometimes this season does. is that we have these expectations from childhood or from whatever, that it's supposed to be happening a certain way. Or we look out into our life and we think this is supposed to be happening. Or when somebody passes away, all of that stuff comes up during the holidays. And it's interesting because a lot of people, we talk this thing about spiritual bypass. And it's brought up a lot. It was brought up Monday night in the ceremony that we had. That we have this tendency to want to bypass this stuff when it comes up. And once again, as I've said many times, it's not about bypassing anything. It's about passing through something. And when I learned that lesson, it was so powerful for me because I no longer had to pretend to be something that I wasn't. And I didn't have to pretend that it's Christmas and I have to behave a certain way. And I was thinking, well, what makes me happy? It's not really the things, but that's also a lie. I like things. I like presents, by the way. Just saying a few days early. Just letting you know, ministers are not against it. We're spiritual, but we always just say, thank you. So I'm not against the gift part, but behind it all is really what are we feeling? When I see something, a tree gets lit or whatever it is, a menorah is lit with candles, what am I feeling? That's really what we're after. This was a real feeling weekend. We had this wonderful thing on Friday with watching the sound healing and watching people just express, and then Mary Poppins, which I won't talk about because Rita's going to, so I had to throw my quotes away. But I was watching, can you imagine, you were here on Friday night, here's this mystical experience, and then the next day, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, it was this big moment of life, and I'm thinking, that's all spirit. They say, are you in the spirit? Are you in the spirit? I hate to break this to us all, but we don't get a choice about that. We just think we do. I'm really in the spirit this year. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm really in the spirit. Well, of course you're in the spirit because that is where you come from. You may disconnect at time or let it feel that you don't, but at any moment we go back to, are you in the spirit? And yes, you are. I happen to look up the definition of spirit, by the way. Don't even need. The force within a person that is believed to give the body life, energy, and power. That is the force within a person that is believed to give the body life, energy, and power. The inner quality or nature of a person. Oh, what a relief. I mean, I've had many times in my life that I'm saying, I love Bitzer, who was one of the very big New Thought in Science of Mind. He used to always talk about we're waiting for spirit to do something, right? And it's like, he's like, well, do it yourself. Because we're waiting, to get the call. I'll be with you in just a moment. Just waiting to hear what Spirit has to say. And then you're sitting there going, hello, I'm waiting for Spirit. And Spirit is saying, right here. That's the good news. When someone says, are you in the Spirit? You say, yeah. You bet I am. Always. Every moment of my life, I can call upon that power. Wow. That's another wow moment in life. I don't have to wait for something to trigger me. I don't have to wait for a Christmas gift before I'm happy. But when I do receive that Christmas gift, I will be very happy. I hope you know I'm kidding. Large. But anyway, yeah, exactly. I like that. Be careful what you ask for. The last time I said something, I liked clowns. My mother has about 72 clown collections at her house because you have to be careful. So I'll just let you know right off the bat. I love money. Just in case you want to know what to get ready. Hey! Okay, so back to the reality of this. You're like, is it or is it not? No. Here it goes. Being spiritual and being in spirit means one thing and one thing only. I have it all. And so do you. And I know it sounds real cute on a Sunday, and I know it doesn't sound so great when you're going through something in your life. I know you want it to sound something. And when somebody says, how you doing? And you say, great, but you feel like crap. But you're actually telling the truth. You're actually telling the truth. Because as I said to this gentleman, we have never been touched by anything but good. That's who we are. That's our birthright. That's what we came here to do. And this holiday season, let's change it. Let's not wait for something to happen. Let's not wait for a tree to come up. Let's not wait for a parade to happen. Let's start it now. Let's put our own lights on our own parade and really get out there and say, I'm the holiday I've been looking for. Woo! I'm the holiday I've been looking for. And I don't have to wait for the birth of anyone. It's already been done. We have already been born. And I'm not waiting to be born again. I am born today. Because the Spirit is within me, always has been, and always will be. And I may say no at times, and guess what it says? Yes, yes, yes. I love you, Patrick. You can never do anything wrong. Oh yeah, no buts. I am you. Someone said, it was Neville Goddard said about God. And he's just, someone I just found, he said, you know, I can't really look for God because the name of God is my name. And when you really get that and you really wrap yourself around that, everything is possible. So happy launch to the holidays. Happy holidays to you. This is Birthday Sunday, but I'm saying right now, happy birthday to each and every one of you. The birth of consciousness has been born. And today is our birthday. Namaste. And now the birth of Mary Poppins. Oh! Now you know what it's like to live in my home.
Everybody just sing it for me once.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always come precocious.
Okay, all right.
Who doesn't have the glasses?
Well, you know, when you walk into the office to pick up your talk out of the printer, and you go, guess what, I got the most wonderful quote, and your husband turns around and looks at you like he's going to kill you, and says, that's my quote!
I did not say that like that.
Yeah, he likes to make it sound all pretty, but anyway, it's always pretty. But then the whole talk went out the window. That was the talk. It was that. But anyway, so what happens? I'm looking at all the books on my desk, and I'm going, you know what, Rita? You just live and breathe this stuff. What are you worried about? Just go out there and start talking, because you've got it all inside you. And Mary Poppins came to my rescue last night just because I just was so astounded by the fact that there was so much God expressing in such a big way on Kauai. I mean, I always knew it, but I didn't know it in that way, and I come from a very strong theater background, so I will never miss another production here. I feel like it was so special. And the best part about it was I saw all those people on the street. And the guy that played Bert was like one of my favorite, cutest baristas at Starbucks. So when he came on the stage, I was like, Yeah, Patrick's like, there he is. Anyway, so I felt there's this secret society in Kauai. There's all these like actors that are like, creeping around at Costco. We saw another one, and they go all crawl into theater at night and express in these huge ways. And that's the way it was when I was doing theater too, because I did a lot of community theater, but it was amazing. So it's very inspiring to see people living their God expression in that huge, huge way. And for me, that's what being in the Spirit means. I'm going to take it out of the holidays. That's, and bring it to another level. And Patrick said something, he said anything is possible. And the song from Mary Poppins was what? Everything is possible if you let it. Anything is possible if you let it. And for me, that was like such a science of mind statement, because one of the things we say is just let it. Just let it happen. There's nothing that we can make happen. We just let it happen. It's all there. Just let it happen. And stop trying to think that we are doing it ourselves. There is such a power within each of us that allows us to do whatever it is that we set out to do, because it's all there. We wouldn't have the idea for something in our life if everything wasn't there to make it happen. It's all there. It's like they tell you about the oak tree, the forest, and the acorn. That's it. That's spirit. That's possibility. That's in every single solitary moment. So it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. You just start right where you are and let it happen. And then if you get quiet enough, like my quote said, you hear. The problem is where our minds are going like a million miles a minute, with everything that can't possibly happen, that we can't even hear what's happening. So once we let go and just listen, really listen. Don't hear what you think you want to hear. Just listen to what's really being spoken from within you. And it's amazing. And this has been like such a powerful week, between starting with the Radical Forgiveness Workshop on Monday, which was just like, I can't remember what, last Sunday. I mean, this week was like, wow. And I saw so much happen there, just like in that moment, people just being willing to step into, the idea of forgiveness. The whole room was just transformed. It just is. And then the concert was like the ending of, well, no, it wasn't the ending because Mary Poppins was the ending last night, but that was just like, that was a dream come true for Patrick and I. And I mean, it was like the vision finally the vision comes true every day, but it was like, wow, we got people here, we got little babies in the back, being nursed, we got, kids on the floor, we got older people, we got elders. I was called an elder. Okay, that's all right. I was like, really? All right, I own it, I'll be an elder. But it was so nice to see all those ages and that whole thing. It was so many. But it's just about letting it. You just let it, and it happens. But Michael and Carrie asked for it. They said, can we do this? They stepped forward and said, can we do this? And it happened to be God meeting God and the right moment with the right thing happening, and it happened. And when you really follow that and really listen and bring it to the right place and just let it out, amazing things can happen. So I learned a lot this week. I've been reading a lot of Emma Curtis Hopkins, and she has a statement. It's touch not earth, touch heaven. Do I have it right? Stephanie's been reading along with me. Touch not earth, touch heaven. And every time something would come up in the world of conditions, I would think of that phrase. It means so much if you really think about what that means. Touch not earth, touch heaven. So you're facing something in the world of conditions, and you turn to heaven instead. And the condition changes because your perception of it changes. Touch not earth, touch heaven. And the other thing I learned this week about being in the spirit of the whole week and just letting it happen was, another thing she said, was God is love. Now, this was a great statement, and I want you all to really think about this. It hit what she calls a keynote with me. A keynote meaning like it really resonated. Maybe it won't with you, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. God is love. Something comes up, right? And it's not like really pretty. Say God is love to yourself. And it shifts the whole thing. So you're not feeling good. God is love. It changes your whole perception of whatever it is that's happening in your body. God is love. God isn't about this. God is love. And it shifts it. I tell you, I'm working with this. It just was like, it's just an amazing thing. God is love. And then we've been doing this prosperity workshop. And last week was about goals, last time we met. About having goals, okay? And I love this exercise, and I really invite everyone to do it. It's about writing down and dreaming about things you want to experience in life, dreaming about it, okay? Not putting any limitations on whether it can happen or not trying to figure out how it's going to happen, not giving yourself things like, I don't have enough money, I'm too old, I'm an elder, I'm too young, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, I'm whatever it is that you put as limitations. I have 2 kids, I need to take care of that, blah, blah, blah. You let all that go and you just start writing. What would my life be like? What do I want? Down to like, it could be the littlest thing, like I can't even think of a little thing, everything's big to me, but it could be going to Machu Picchu, or it could be just, I've never had a pedicure and I want to have one, all right? It could be that. That could be a big thing to somebody, right? Especially if it was Ed. Okay. Anyway, so it's about just letting go of your limitations. So that's another thing. It was like, just let go of the limitations. So what's it going to harm anything for a moment to let go of our limitations and dream? Because if we don't have a dream, if we can't have a dream about a sound healing concert, then how are we going to make it happen if we can't even conceive it? Because we can only have what we can conceive being true. So that was another thing. And then also about beliefs, everybody's always asking. It's been like an amazing week. Everybody's always asking, like, oh, how do you change a belief? Okay, so I give you the formula, right? You do this, you do the affirmation, blah, blah, blah. But the real way you change a belief is you start to live it. You start to live the belief. So if your belief is, I don't have enough money, and you change your belief to, I am a prosperous person, you start living as a prosperous person, right from where you are. And then your belief changes. So I was going, I've been filling my mind with this stuff for so long now. It's been over, how many years? I don't know. Since 1998, I started filling my mind with this positive, these great teachers that came before us. Fill your mind with good stuff. Fill it with good stuff, and your life changes. My life has shifted so much in these years, I cannot even believe it. And it's because I've been filling my mind with good stuff, and it's pouring in, and it's pouring in, and it gets rid of all that other stuff. And pretty soon, it's your default setting. I think it was, who said that? Sherry, I think she said on Monday night. You want it to be your default setting. You want forgiveness to be your default setting. You want, loving to be your default setting. You want think prosperously to be your default setting, so you can always go back to it if something goes off. So I just say, I'm excited today. This has been an amazing week, and I know it's just going to get more amazing for each of us as we just let the spirit that we are live through us in that highest, most amazing way that's just unique to us. It's not my way, it's not your way or your way. Your way is your way. Just let it out. Start from right where you are and start believing, start acting as if, and just watch what happens. Just let it. And forget the past. Just forget it. I don't care if it was good, bad, whatever it was. Let it go. Let's let this month be about letting all those Hanukkahs and Christmases that we thought we had or didn't have or should have had, and and just live, like Patrick said, this moment. This one. Let's make it all new. Let's have an amazing December. All right? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Namaste.
What's good about that, we can have like a caroling thing. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
We could.
We got t-shirts, yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry that they called you an elder, they called me brother.
Grandfather.
I
Well,
don't
there's always
mind.
somebody that's going to
I plan on aging with grace. That's what I think we all should do. I don't
Yes.
think there should be a fight put up. I don't live in LA anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, sorry about that up there. I love you.
I guess you'll be starting those 21 days over.
I guess so.
No complaining, no
No,
judging,
no
criticizing, or gossiping. She's starting over, live streamers.
And you just made yourself start over too, so, all right. Okay, this is our time. It's been a long 21 days. This is our, this is our time of affirmative giving. And I want to let you know that this month, we gave over our tithe, our 10% tithe. We gave it to the 2 places, the food bank, because we only had 3 cans in there. We were worried, so we gave a check to them and a check to domestic violence, the women, the YWCA, so to help us. So 10% of what you bring, you give to us, we give out to the world.
Right.
So it helps this ministry go forward and do wonderful things like Friday night or tomorrow night. So thank you, Alo. Thank you very much in advance. And there's a prosperity affirmation in your program. Let's read it together before we sing. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I give freely today, knowing it returns to me abundantly. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. And as I stand right here at the center of that divine potentiality, I am swimming right now in this sea of gratitude, knowing that each and every one of us have come here on purpose to be grateful from a place of gratitude. And I know that everything that is in these baskets is just consciousness. You cannot outgive good, you cannot outgive God. And what I know is that today, and in every moment, there is just abundance. There is absolute abundance in everything. Abundance in health, wealth, relationships. Just abundance. So as Rita said earlier, we come from abundance. We become the very thing that we declare, and that is prosperity in every avenue of our lives. So I say thank you for this, and I say thank you for life. As together, with gratitude in our hearts, we say, and so it is. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So it's time for thank yous. I'm going to start with Loya. Where are you, Loya? Thank you. She did the flowers. And did Stephanie help you too? Yeah, for Friday night. Oh, thank you.
She makes them all.
All right, whoever does what.
She did it.
The beautiful flowers that we had Friday
Yes.
night and are here today are from those two beautiful lake
Red,
beads.
white, and blue is for Paris.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
right.
They're beautiful. So thank you for that. And yes, for peace, definitely peace. We need that. But we got to start it in here, right? Right. Yes. Okay, so I don't see the
And
thank yous.
they're at the door, Katie and Deb. There you go. Greeting us. And we'd also like to give gratitude for the AC that did arrive. So,
And for our new keyboard.
oh yeah.
It came off our faith lift. Still, we had money left over, so we bought that. And I know Carrie's happy about it, right? So she, and the best part, thank you to Costco for having a sale, because we spent a lot less than we thought we were going to have to spend. Thanks to, and it's a really great keyboard, so we're awesomely grateful
And
for that.
thank you, Michelle, for taking all this stuff and giving it your oomph that allows us to just.
It's not easy doing
It's
it
not
outside.
an easy, just so you'll know, throughout time in centers for spiritual living, it's the hardest thing. And the suggestion boxes are usually
It's always about, oh, you should do the announcements.
They shouldn't do it, you should do it at the end, you should do it at the beginning, you should do it in the middle, you should do it wherever. And you should put a banner, let us read it. And the only reason we do it, you guys, isn't because you're not reading the program, but you're not. Just to let you know, just right off the hand, and it's all good. It's just a small print, and you probably don't have your glasses and stuff like that. But the most important thing is that we're doing a lot here. It was just like we were on the radio about the Friday night concert, and I said, you know, it's not about who showed up. It's about the fact that the name keeps getting out there that says, wow, there's a Center for Spiritual Living, and it's here, and it's available to you. And that's what it's really about, so that it's a diversity. So thank you for bringing your wonderful consciousness to that, everyone. And, yes.
Music will continue today. Amazing event yesterday. Medicine for the People.
Yes.
Yeah,
Starts at 12 o'clock till about 9 at night.
Right,
It's
thank
been an
you.
amazing day.
Thank
Right,
you,
thank you.
thank you.
And we don't usually give too many announcements, but Mary Poppins, it is her last day at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and
You
Michael
go
and
with that
Carrie,
one. No.
thank you so much, Michael and Carrie.
Yeah, Michael and Carrie.
I'd like to throw a special announcement for all the people, Judah, Ed, for really helping assist with the sound process that we've been going through. It's been really nice. Ed wrote up a little guitar thing to help out the Judah, always helping out with tweaking the sound. So I really honor you guys. Thank you so much.
There we go.
So, and Marco, where are you?
And Mark.
Marco.
There you go,
he
just left.
Well, Bob is still here, and we have to thank him in the live stream.
We thank Marco, in case he watches this later. And Rob, thank you.
So,
It
thank
really
you.
does make a difference. I get notes every day about people watching us online, so people I don't even know, I would go, wow, they watched us online, that was awesome. So we are, the word is getting out, and that there's something happening in Kauai, and it's wonderful. So it's
And
awesome.
it's you.
And sometimes
You.
people don't have
You.
centers in their hometowns, and they want a little bit of, positivity on Sundays, so this is their only way to get it. So it's awesome, so thank you.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, so are we good?
We are, I think.
If I forgot
That's
somebody, raise your hand.
We forgot you two, Patrick and Rita, everybody.
We forgot them.
We forgot the ones that are busy working.
Roseanne is amazing, she just does everything around here, she's just like, she's the egg lady too.
And right next to her is the
Donna.
volunteer coordinator, Donna. So
So,
give it up.
yay. And Donna and Chris provided the cake today, so thank you,
Yes,
Donna and
they
Chris. All right, so I think we're
I'm
good.
ready. Are you ready? Let's go.
Should we all stand up and go out with a bang today in this beautiful Kauai weather?
Round in the mountain.
1, 2, 3.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me. Some way, somehow, 'cause
Alright, bring it up.
ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river high enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
And what I know is there ain't no mountain high enough. And as our brother Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have been to the mountaintop. And guess what? There's more. There's more. So we're not stopping there. We are continuing in this place of love, this place of giving, this place of receiving, this place of just absolute consciousness, that place where nothing has ever been touched by anything but pure good. That is who we are. That is what we are taking with us. And we're not holding it in like this. We are opening it up like that. Not only to this island, but to every single person we talk to, every single person we see, every person that we think about, every place that we are. We are celebrating God meeting God. So knowing that, I am confident, knowing that we can release it, we can let it be from that law of our being that says yes. Can you say yes with me? Yes! And so knowing we are releasing, we're letting go, and so it is.
Alright, everybody, let's take it off the roof.
No mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river high enough to keep me from getting to you.
One more time.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river high enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
Yes. Martin speaking. Namaste, everyone. Oh, why don't we do a little happy birthday on the way to the cake? Are you
Birthday
ready?
time.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you long live forever. Happy birthday to